Hello, this is Jenny Roye. I am presenting my PLC project for the spring of 2017. I am the Assistant Director for Curriculum and Technology Integration at the College of Nursing and Health Innovation. It's a mouthful. I also teach in the undergraduate program. I teach the pediatrics course. I'm the lead teacher for that course. So some of these things can apply to my course, but I chose to talk about student engagement in general since I am the program manager for the BSN program, the online BSN program. So student engagement is a concept that we really need to work on in the online environment. I think one of the ways that students can be more engaged is to make sure our faculty is prepared. So, since I didn't have a course running this spring, I focused on a faculty preparedness situation. So the title of my project was Faculty Preparedness for Online Instruction, Promoting Social, Cognitive, and Teaching Presence. A problem to address was how could online instructors create an environment using the technology that will encourage students to interact with each other and the lead instructor in a more human way. And how could online instructors increase their presence and social presence and cognitive presence in an online course? So to do that, I looked at the community of inquiry theory. It talks about social presence, cognitive presence, and teaching presence. My solution was to offer some faculty development offerings that promote all three of these areas in online courses. First thing I did was I did a needs assessment. I created a survey and sent out to all of our College of Nursing and Health Innovation faculty. My responses were as follows. I got one of the questions I asked was, what program do you teach in? 2 of my respondents were in the PhD program, 21 in the MSN program, 9 in the RN to BSN program, and 19 in the BSN program. Now the MSN program has just recently gone online, so they are fresh and in the online environment. So I think that's why I got a fairly good response from that group. The questions that I asked on my needs assessment, do you feel you have adequate training to teach in the online environment? And as I read over these, I'll read my responses as well. 19 felt definitely yes, that they did have adequate training. 18 probably yes, 6 might or might not, 6 probably not, and 2 definitely not. Do you feel your students feel connected to the course in the online environment? My distribution was definitely yes, was 12, probably yes, 15, might or might not, 17, probably not, 5, and definitely not, 2. My next question was, do you feel you have adequate technical expertise to navigate the online teaching environment? Definitely yes. 18 responded definitely yes. 16 probably yes. 10 might or might not. 4 probably not. And 3 definitely not. My next question was, do you feel that the College of Nursing and Health Innovation has adequate resources to provide you with the guidance and instruction in the online environment? 18 said yes, definitely yes. 10 said probably yes. 11 might or might not. 9 probably not. And 3 definitely not. So the distribution was fairly equal, most feeling like they had at least probably had the information and the expertise to navigate the online teaching environment. My next questions on the needs assessment, I listed some specific offerings, and I polled their interest if they were very interested in finding out more information, possibly interested, or not interested at all. So the first thing I talked about was a virtual mentor, and I am going to navigate to let me back up. My virtual mentor, I've had an idea of this for quite a while, and I just never had explored it. What I would like to see is a virtual being, and I used telegami to kind of guide instructors, lead teachers through certain situations. Clinical instructors, it may be clinical situations with students. Lead instructors, it may be how to navigate something in Blackboard. So that was my idea for virtual mentorship. I began that. I'll show you my welcome video, and I plan on adding a lot more information to that virtual mentor area. I also ask about a resource repository for online teaching resources. Now, I already have developed an organization within Blackboard, technology tools for nursing faculty, and so I looked at the membership in that, and I had about, 15 or 16 faculty that had enrolled in it from when I first created it. So I plan another push on that to beef that up a bit, and re-roll that back out, because they said that, they said 30 of my respondents said that they would be very interested in investigating something like that. Blackboard, I asked about a boot camp, which was like an intensive, greater than a basic training course, if they would be interested in that. I did have 24 say they were very interested, 22 said possibly, and 4 were not interested at all. Blackboard basic training, I asked about that as well, just to kind of get their level of comfort to see what they needed. 23 of them said not interested. So I feel like our faculty is a little bit, is fairly well versed in Blackboard, but could use some more intensive training. So I'm going to look into that. Another thing that I asked about was training on optional methods of lecture capture. We use several different lecture capture tools over here in the College of Nursing. Some use, some use Screencast-O-Matic like I'm using now. Some use Camtasia Relay. Some use Kaltura. So I just asked about if they would be interested in learning different ways to capture their lecture. 25 said they were very interested, 18 possibly interested, and 8, nope, not interested at all. I also asked about faculty development on teaching strategies to increase the online community for students, talking about student engagement. I did have some good responses on that. 21 very interested, 14 possibly interested, and 9 really weren't interested at all. For online clinical course lead teachers, some tips for evaluating clinical instructors. We do have a high ratio of clinical instructors to lead teachers, some up to 19 clinical instructors for each lead teacher. So some tips on evaluating those clinical instructors would be helpful. I asked our lead teachers to respond on that, and 21 of them said they were very interested, 10 said possibly interested, 13 no interest. Now, just to kind of give you some context on that, we have clinical sites all over the state of Texas in our accelerated online program. So hands-on from the lead teachers to the clinical instructors doesn't always happen. So we have to have different ways to evaluate those clinical instructors. To be very honest, it can be a problem sometimes. It can be a area of opportunity. So I'm going to get some tips together for our lead teachers for that. For our AO clinical instructors, since they are distant, I asked about the interest in the virtual faculty development offerings, and they, along with I guess some of my lead teachers, said that they would be very interested in that. 32 very interested, 16 possibly interested, 3 weren't interested. And the certification course, the one I was specifically thinking of was through OLC. It's the certification in online teaching. And my responses to that, 25 were very interested, 19 possibly interested, and 6 not interested. I got some comments back. As a whole, the group really wanted some online offerings. So I have developed a couple of those, and I'll show you those in a second. Another comment I got was have student resources available as well as faculty. Another whole area have not explored, but would be a great resource. Dedicated faculty support. They said CDE was helpful. And one comment they gave me on the certification course that it was costly, which is true, and time-consuming, which is also true. So I think that is a minus on the certification course. However, the information gained, I went through the certification course, and it was great. So I may explore that a little bit better. I don't know if they can do a College of Nursing intensive, but that's an area to explore. All right, so I have some examples of some of my creations from this project based on my needs assessment. I'll come back to that. All right, so based on the community of inquiry model, I put together some resources to promote teaching, social, and cognitive presence. Now, I did this using Popular Me. I created an online syllabus at one point using this program, and so it works real well. I wanted to do a website. Websites are a little time consuming, so I did this online interactive syllabus, if you will, for these topics. So the first thing I addressed was teaching presence. And in this, now this is a link that I'm going to share with my faculty so they can access this. I've added some YouTube videos on each topic, teaching presence. This is like a 5-minute little video on teacher presence. And then my resources for each topic as well. So each one of these links is a clickable link, and you can click on the link and it'll take you to either a blog or an information document, or I've included some YouTube videos on each topic. Pinterest, I use Pinterest in my course, and so I took them to my Pinterest page to give them an idea of how I incorporated this tool in my course. Blackboard Collaborate, I did a YouTube video on how to create a Collaborate session. I don't think it's going to load up, but I used Screencast-O-Matic to do that as well, and so I linked to that under that topic. Zoom and Skype, I just linked to their direct website. Video feedback, I found a nice
Hello, my name is Dr. Gavin
video
Watson.
On how to use good video feedback to increase your teacher presence. So I linked to that. And then screencast tutorials, I linked to a YouTube video on Screencast-O-Matic so that they can kind of walk themselves through how to use a screencast tutorial. Social presence, very important in online learning. Students need to feel connected. Again, a YouTube video here for them to watch. And then some ideas about how to increase their social presence, peer-to-peer learning, peer review of projects, some ideas of teaching projects. Again, all of these are links that go out to either a resource document, a blog, or a video. Cognitive presence. I included information on good rubrics. One of the things that the YouTube video that I included in there talks about is a good type rubric. So I included Rubistar, which is a rubric builder, and some information on discussion boards. Again, a resource document on how to create good discussion boards. There we go. And I'm not going to click through all these just for time's sake, but I did include some unfolding case studies very specific to nursing that we use through the NLN. Talks about how to use those in your courses. Simulation is really big at the College of Nursing, as you all know. So I included a link to the NLN Simulation Innovation and Resource Center. All right, and at the bottom I also included a second request from them on the needs assessment, the Faculty Resource Repository. So I included a link to join our Faculty Resource Organization. That's the name of it. Anyone in the university is welcome to join as well. There are nursing specific things in there, but there are also things that can apply to any curriculum. So again, a clickable link, and it'll be directed to the website. They have to log in using their Blackboard ID. And this is my resource organization. So one of the things that I did ask about was a virtual mentor. And so I'm going to show you my beginning of my virtual mentor project. It's included in our organization here.
Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to UTA College of Nursing and Health Innovation. I am your virtual mentor. I can help you with many different situations. I have tips on dealing with students, creating new teaching ideas, navigating Blackboard, and many other topics. There is a list of topics posted in the organization file called Virtual Mentor. If you need information or guidance on a topic that is not listed, send a request to the email listed in the file. I'll get information right back to you.
And that's my intro to my virtual mentor. So I plan on having a long list of topics, short little snippets that will help instructors and lead teachers work through student problems, Blackboard problems, technology problems, give them ideas about teaching tools, etc., etc. So you can look at the left menu over here, and those are some of the resources that are available in the organization. Again, it's open to anybody to join. All you have to do is search the title Technology Resources for Nursing Faculty out in the organization search, and it's a self-enroll. So feel free to get in and look around. I will not kick you out. And if you have any questions on it, please email me at Roye, R-O-Y-E, @uta.edu. So to wrap up, my plans for follow-up, I'm going to monitor enrollment in the online organization, populate the virtual mentor with some clinical situations, tips for teaching, Blackboard helps, etc. Continue to maintain the organization. I also list in there conferences and online offerings that they can take part in. I plan on having some monthly brown bags on ways to enhance student engagement. And after I have some enrollment and some involvement in and after I send out the link to my online syllabus, I'm going to take a survey of those using the tools and find out, did they really help increase your student engagement? And that's all I have. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, again, you can email me at roye@uta.edu.